think many students were struggling with this formative that we did today, so I thought I'd make a video to explain it and give some commentary so that to give you guys a little bit of support in how to think through these problems. So let's just start right away with question number one. It says, draw, label, and scale a set of axes. And so that's simple enough. Here's my vertical axis. And here's my horizontal axis. I've drawn them. And when we label these axes, what we're really doing is just saying what variable are we going to use for each of these axes. And what's typical, of course, is that we use x for the horizontal axis and y for the vertical axis. And then all that's left is that we scale our axes. And what that really means is we're going to put these little tick marks on every box. I like to add these into my graph. And we're going to describe with our scale how much each of these boxes is worth. And I'm just going to use the basic sort of default scale, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. And what I'm saying when I put that 5 right there, I'm saying that each box is worth 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is positive 5 for the y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5 for y down here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5 here. So each box is worth 1 unit. And I've also indicated the positive and negative directions when I scale these axes. So there we go. Number 1, finished. Now it says, draw the line with a slope of -2 that goes through the point -4, 5, and label this line A. So let me just start with the point. Remember, this is an ordered pair, which means the x value comes first and the y value comes second, just like x comes before y in the alphabet. So let me plot that point. I'm going to go x -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 right there, and then y equals 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that point. And then a slope of -2, I got to think about a few things here. So remember, slope is the rise over the run. And for us, this is just one integer, but I can write that as a fraction by simply putting it over 1. And this helps me because now I can see that for every 2 boxes I go down, I'm going to go 1 box over. The rise is 2 and the run is 1. Now, the other thing to think about when we're drawing slope is that our slope is negative, so I want my line to decrease. I don't want my line to increase. I want it to decrease. And so I can just start right at that point that I just plotted, and I can go down 2 points, do 2 boxes and over 1, and I make another point right there. And then I think for a second, I just imagine a line that goes through there and just make sure that it has a negative slope, and it does. Had I gone down 2 and over 1 this way, then my line would have a positive slope. But I need a line that has a slope of -2. So another thing I like to do is I like to just keep going down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down. I like to fill up the whole space. I can go up 2 over 1 the other way with all those points, and that really defines the entire line. And then I can just draw the line through those points. I'll put arrows on the end to indicate that it goes on forever in both directions, and I'll label that A as directed. And then I'm on to number 2. Draw the line that goes through the points -6, -1, and 2, 3, and then label this line B. Well, again, any 2 points define a line. So let me begin by just plotting -6, -1, and 2, x equal to 2, y equal to 3. That's this point right here. So now I have my 2 points, and I can draw the line that goes through them. You might use your ruler, but I like to draw my lines freehand. Again, I want to extend this line all the way to the edges of my graph, put arrows on the end, and label it B. There we go. That's line B. Okay. Now, Find the point of intersection of lines A and B and label it P. Well, that's easy enough. That's right here. That's point P. And it says write the coordinates of this point right here. So what's the x value here? It's -2. And the y value, +1. So x is -2, y is 1. And there's the coordinates of point P. The coordinates are the ordered pair. And let's see, the last line I have to draw is right here in number 5. It says, draw the vertical line through the points -5, 8, and label this line C. So let me go to find the point -5, 8. Here's -5, and then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's right there. So the vertical line through that point is just this line. That's vertical. And I'll just put a little C next to that line, labeling that C. And it says write the equation of this line here. And you'll recall that the equation of a vertical line, all the points on this vertical line have something in common. They have the same x value. And x is equal to -5. No matter what y is, y could be 5 or 0 or -3 or whatever it is, x is equal to -5. And so that's the equation of this line. Any vertical line is going to have this form. X equals some constant value. And in part 2 of this video series, I will work out these questions about the equations.